Welcome to today's explainer. Look, if you're a parent or a caregiver, you already know the job comes with literally a million questions, especially when we're talking about your child's mental well-being. So where do you turn when you need reliable, expert advice that isn't just, a random late-night internet search? Today, we're exploring a seriously comprehensive collection of practical guidance built specifically for caregivers. It's the mental health video library provided directly by the experts at Children's National Hospital, and we're going to break down exactly what it offers. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our visual roadmap for today's explainer. We'll unpack this digital toolkit category by category, starting with the need for trusted advice, meeting the pediatric experts, and then exploring daily habits and safety, managing clinical conditions, and educational support plans, before concluding with how to connect with Children's National. Section 1. The need for trusted advice, finding reliable resources. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it highlights the sheer breadth of practical, authoritative reassurance available here. The source material spells out their mission perfectly, stating, from anxiety and depression to healthy sleep routines and digital safety, these expert-guided videos offer trusted advice you can confidently recommend. Notice that? It isn't just focusing on severe clinical crises. It provides help across a whole spectrum of everyday challenges caregivers face. Moving to Section 2. Meet the pediatric experts, the minds behind the videos. Listen, when it comes to mental health, the credibility of your source is absolutely everything. The insights you're getting in this library aren't just generic tips. They're coming straight from top-tier pediatric experts at Children's National Hospital, specifically their Division of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences and the Division of Psychology and Behavioral Health. This means the guidance is rooted in active, high-level clinical practice. Caregivers don't have to guess if the info is accurate, because we're hearing directly from the pros who treat these exact conditions every single day. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Daily habits and safety, foundational lifestyle topics. As we open the first compartment of our toolkit, we're focusing on those foundational daily routines that really shape a child's mental well-being. One of the first major resources is dedicated to online safety tips for your child. The experts at Children's National tackle one of the absolute most pressing modern challenges we face: digital safety. They're giving us practical guidance so we can establish healthy boundaries and protect our kids' mental health in this wild digital age. Next up in the toolkit is a big one: how to improve your child's sleep. We all know sleep is incredibly tied to behavioral and mental health, right? Establishing healthy sleep routines is a core piece of trusted advice available in this library. It gives parents actionable, real-world steps to ensure kids are actually getting the restorative rest they absolutely need to thrive. Section 4. Managing clinical conditions, addressing ADHD, anxiety, and depression. Realizing your child might be facing a complex clinical condition can be really daunting for sure, but the platform offers a warm, reassuring entry point. They feature a video that asks the essential question: what is ADHD? How do we first identify this condition? By starting right there, the experts provide clear definitions so parents know exactly what behaviors they're actually looking at, rather than relying on hearsay or some random internet forum. It sparks curiosity while keeping the conversation completely grounded in medical reality. And this brilliantly illustrates how the library is set up. Immediately following that identification video, they offer one on effective ADHD management. It pairs understanding directly with actionable treatment. Once you know exactly what ADHD is, you instantly have a dedicated guide for managing it day to day. It completely takes the guesswork out of your next steps. The toolkit also tackles another incredibly common struggle with a video dedicated to helping your child with anxiety. This resource is such a great reminder to caregivers that you are not alone in managing your child's worries or panic. You've got expert-guided help to develop coping mechanisms and strategies right from your own living room, offering a really steady hand during those stressful moments. Similarly, there's a crucial resource focusing on the signs of depression in children. Kids don't always express depression the way adults do, This video is specifically designed to help parents spot those subtle early signs so they can intervene and seek professional help as quickly as possible. It is all about recognizing the changes early on, before they escalate. Section 5. Educational support plans, navigating school resources. So, the crucial point here is that pediatric mental health doesn't exist in a vacuum. It heavily intersects with academics, seeing as kids spend most of their day at school. The library includes a specific video breaking down IEP and 504 plans. Children's National understands that a massive part of a caregiver's job is advocating for their child in the classroom. By explaining these complex school support structures, the hospital really empowers parents to be effective advocates and ensure their kids get the academic accommodations they need. Section 6. Connecting with Children's National. Taking action. All right, we've taken a tour of this incredible digital toolkit, but what happens when you need to take practical steps beyond watching the videos? Well, the hospital provides highly specific, actionable contact details right from the source, so caregivers know exactly how to reach their experts. For appointments, you can call 1-888-884-BEAR, which translates to 2327. To reach the mental health department directly, dial 202-729-3300. Or if you're heading in for a visit, their main address is 111 Michigan Avenue, NW, Washington, D.C. You're literally never more than a phone call away from top-tier pediatric psychiatric support. Which leaves us with this final, really important question for today's explainer. Are you utilizing the right expert-backed tools to support your child's mental health journey? The resources are out there, carefully curated by the incredibly knowledgeable teams at Children's National Hospital. Whether it's setting up a safe digital environment, understanding an IEP, or managing clinical anxiety, you do not have to navigate this journey alone. Take advantage of these trusted, structured tools and empower yourself as a caregiver today. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.